Let me start by saying something that might surprise you. When you're not talking to your twin flame for weeks, months, or even years, something incredible starts happening beneath the surface. And no, I'm not talking about the pain or the longing you feel every single day. I'm talking about something much deeper that's actually working in your favor, even when it feels like everything is falling apart. So, what exactly is no contact in the twin flame journey? It's that period when you and your twin flame are physically separated. Maybe they walked away. Maybe you did. Maybe life just pulled you in different directions. Whatever the reason, you're not speaking, not texting, not seeing each other. And it hurts like hell, doesn't it? But here's what most people don't understand about this phase. This separation isn't random. It's not punishment. It's not the universe being cruel to you. This no contact period is actually one of the most important parts of your entire twin flame journey. Think of it like this. When you break a bone, the doctors sometimes have to reset it before it can heal properly. That's what no contact does. It resets everything so true healing can happen. During this time, both of you are going through massive changes. You're shedding old patterns, facing your deepest fears, and becoming the person you need to be, not just for your twin flame, but for yourself. So let's talk about what prolonged no contact actually causes in your twin flame journey. You start healing your deepest wounds. When your twin flame is around, it's like looking into the most honest mirror you've ever encountered. They reflect back everything you've been hiding from yourself, all those insecurities you buried, all that childhood trauma you thought you'd move past, all those fears about not being good enough. They bring it all to the surface, and it's overwhelming. But when they're gone and you're sitting in that silence, something shifts. You can't avoid yourself anymore. There's no distraction, no intense connection to hide behind. It's just you facing you. And that's when the real work begins. I'm talking about those patterns you've carried since childhood. Maybe you always felt abandoned, so you became clingy in relationships. Maybe you were hurt before, so you built walls that nobody could break through. Your twin flame coming into your life exposed all of this. But the no contact period gives you space to actually heal it. You start noticing things about yourself you never saw before, like how you react when someone gets close, or why you push people away right when things get good. During no contact, you finally have the quiet to hear these patterns and start changing them. You start going to therapy maybe, or journaling every morning, or finally dealing with that relationship with your parents that you've been avoiding. The beauty of this is that you're not healing for them, you're healing for you. And that's exactly what needs to happen. Because a twin flame connection isn't about two broken people completing each other. It's about two whole people coming together and creating something even more beautiful. You discover who you really are. Before your twin flame, you probably thought you knew yourself pretty well. But then they showed up and everything got turned upside down. Suddenly, you were questioning everything about yourself. Who am I really? What do I actually want? What have I been pretending to be all these years? When they leave and the no contact begins, you get the chance to actually answer these questions without their energy influencing you, without trying to be what they need, without molding yourself to fit into their life. It's just you figuring out who you are at your core. Maybe you realize you've been living someone else's dream. Maybe you took that job because it's what your parents wanted. Maybe you've been hiding parts of yourself because you thought they weren't acceptable. No contact strips all of that away and forces you to look at the real you underneath all those layers. This is where things get interesting. You start trying new things. Maybe you always wanted to paint but never did. Maybe there's a career change you've been dreaming about but were too scared to pursue. Without your twin flame around, you have the freedom to explore all of this without worrying about their opinion. You also start setting boundaries you never had before. You realize that friend who always drains your energy doesn't need to be in your life. You understand that saying no doesn't make you a bad person. And something beautiful happens during this process. You start liking yourself again, maybe even loving yourself. Not because someone else loves you, but because you're finally being authentic. You break free from toxic patterns. Let's be honest about something. Most twin flame connections start off pretty toxic. There's usually a lot of drama, a lot of push and pull. One person is running while the other is chasing. There's jealousy, fear, control issues, and a whole mess of unhealthy dynamics. You might have been the chaser who couldn't let go, constantly reaching out, always trying to fix things. Or maybe you were the runner, terrified of the intensity and always finding reasons to leave. Either way, these patterns aren't healthy. No contact breaks this cycle. At first, this is excruciating. If you were the chaser, every fiber of your being wants to reach out. But as time passes, something changes. You start seeing the patterns clearly. You realize that chasing them was really about your own fear of abandonment. You understand that you were trying to control the situation because you felt powerless in other areas of your life. Breaking these patterns isn't easy. You'll be tempted to fall back into old habits. But staying strong during no contact teaches you something valuable. It teaches you that you can sit with discomfort without immediately trying to fix it. You can feel your feelings without acting on every impulse. You're literally rewiring your brain and changing behaviors you've had for years. Your energy completely transforms. Energy is everything in the twin flame journey. When you're desperate, needy, and constantly thinking about your twin flame, your energy shows it. It's heavy. It's clingy. It's coming from a place of lack. But no contact changes your energy in ways you wouldn't believe. At first, your energy is probably all over the place. One day you're angry, the next day you're sad. This is normal. But as time goes on and you keep working on yourself, something shifts. Your energy starts to stabilize. You're not riding that emotional roller coaster anymore. You stop checking their social media every 5 minutes. You stop analyzing every little sign from the universe. Not because you don't care anymore, but because you've found your own center. You've realized that your happiness doesn't depend on them coming back. This is when your energy becomes magnetic in a whole new way. It's confident, it's secure, it's abundant. You start attracting good things into your life because you're finally vibrating at a higher frequency. And here's what's wild about this. When your energy transforms like this, your twin flame feels it, even if you're not talking. The energetic connection between twin flames is so strong that they pick up on your shift. You learn what unconditional love really means. Most people think they understand love, but twin flame connections teach you that what you thought was love was often just attachment, need, or fear dressed up in romantic clothes. Real love, the unconditional kind, is something completely different. And you learn it in the silence of no contact. When your twin flame is gone, you're forced to love them differently. You can't love them through texts or calls or physical presence. All you can do is love them from a distance, without any guarantee that they'll ever return. This means loving them even when they hurt you, even when they chose someone else, even when they ran away without explanation. That's brutal, isn't it? But that's also real love. During no contact, you also learn to love yourself unconditionally. You stop making your worth dependent on whether they come back or not. You start understanding that you are complete and whole exactly as you are right now in this moment. Your twin flame doesn't complete you. They complement you. You align with your life purpose. The twin flame connection isn't just about romance or finding your other half. It's about awakening to your higher purpose. Your twin flame came into your life to shake things up, to wake you up, to push you toward becoming who you're meant to be. And often, that can only happen when they step away. During no contact, you have space to focus on your life purpose without the distraction of the connection. Maybe there's work you're meant to do in the world, but you've been too focused on your love life to pursue it. Without your twin flame around, you start paying attention to these things. What am I here to do? How can I make a difference? When you align with your purpose, everything else starts to fall into place. You feel more fulfilled, more excited about life. You're not just sitting around waiting for your twin flame to come back anymore. You're building a life that matters. You develop real trust in divine timing. This might be the hardest lesson of all, learning to trust that everything is happening exactly when it's supposed to. When you're in the middle of painful no contact, this feels impossible. Every day feels like forever. You wonder if you'll ever hear from them again. You question if you're supposed to keep waiting or if you should move on. You want answers, and you want them now. But no contact teaches you patience in the deepest way possible. Not the kind of patience where you're just gritting your teeth and enduring. Real patience that comes from genuine trust. Trust that the universe knows what it's doing. Trust that this separation is serving a purpose. Trust that if this connection is meant to be, it will be, in the right time. At first, trusting divine timing feels like giving up control, and that terrifies most people. We want to make things happen. We want to force outcomes. We want to know exactly how and when things will work out. But the twin flame journey doesn't work that way. You have to surrender to something bigger than your own plans and timelines. This doesn't mean sitting around doing nothing and just hoping for the best. It means doing your inner work, living your life, following your purpose, and trusting that everything else will unfold as it should. It means releasing your death grip on how you think things should happen and opening yourself up to how they actually need to happen. As the no contact period continues, you start noticing something interesting. Things work out better when you're not trying to force them. Opportunities appear when you stop desperately searching for them. Peace comes when you stop fighting against what is. You realize that your obsessive planning and controlling was actually blocking the flow of good things into your life. You also start seeing signs that you're exactly where you need to be. Maybe you needed this time to heal something you didn't even know was broken. Maybe your twin flame needed this time to go through their own journey. Maybe both of you needed to grow separately before you could come together in a healthy way. The universe has perfect timing, even when it doesn't match your personal timeline. This trust in divine timing transforms how you live. You stop being so anxious about the future. You stop dwelling on the past. You start being present in your life right now. And that's when real magic happens. That's when you're truly ready for whatever comes next, whether that's union with your twin flame or something completely different that the universe has in store for you. So here's what I want you to understand. Prolonged no contact with your twin flame isn't the end of your story. It's not the universe punishing you or a sign that you're not meant to be together. It's a necessary chapter in your journey. A chapter where you become who you need to be, where you heal what needs to be healed, where you discover your purpose and your power. Every single day of silence is working for you, not against you. Every moment you spend working on yourself is bringing you closer to the life you're meant to live. And whether your twin flame comes back tomorrow or 5 years from now or never, you're going to be okay. Better than okay. You're going to be whole, healed, and living a life that you love. So trust this process. Trust yourself. Trust that everything happening right now is preparing you for something beautiful. Your twin flame journey is unfolding exactly as it should, and you're going to come out of this stronger, wiser, and more aligned with your true self than you ever imagined possible.